Alright. Alright, so we are in Isla de Culebra. And we are going over to hopefully try to make it over to St. Bart's. Some fun. I miss kind of flying the Cessna, so climbing up in the Cessna today, and we're gonna fly over to St. Bart's. Hopefully I don't crash it when we land, because I haven't landed in St. Bart's in a very long time. Alright. Beautiful sunny day today. Let's go do our pre-flight real quick, and then we'll talk about the flight plan. Okay. First things first, let's go ahead and remove all our covers. And there we go. Alright, air inlets are looking good. We'll come over here and we'll check our lights in a second. Leading edge is looking good and wingtips looking good. And then we can go ahead and do this motion, lift that up, get a nice view of inside the aileron there. Pull rod is looking good. And then our flaps are looking good. Wheel fairings are looking good. Can't really check the brakes or anything like that. I wish these didn't exist. Baggage door is closed. Now it's open actually. Let's go ahead and close that up. Baggage door is closed. Alright. Top of the wings looking good. ELT antenna. Where's our COM 2, COM 1, GPS, outside air temperature probe, and our transponder and ILS. Alright, here's our manufacturer data plate. Make sure we have the correct identification on there. November 36285. And check our elevators. Make sure they're free and correct. Excellent. Check our rudders. Can you actually move the rudders? No, I don't think you can. Should be able to. Anyways. There's our cables. Make sure cables are looking nice and tight and they're not frayed or anything like that. Check our elevator trim tab. We want to make sure the screw, which there should be a screw right there with a little cable, or excuse me, pin, and we want to see at least 2 notches of treading. And we'll check, well, this doesn't have it because we're not in Virginia, but in Virginia we need to have a registration sticker right there. And cool. Starburst side is looking pretty good. We'll check over here. Same thing on this side. Wing struts looking good. And the tires pressure looks good on this side as well. Check our nose wheel. Make sure we have at least three fingers of strut still available. And our shimmy damper looking good. Our exhaust and then our nose. Take off the cowling plug. Check our oil. Let's see. You should be able to check the oil. Looks good. Oil looks pretty much new. Go ahead and put that back. If I can find the click spot for it. How do you put the oil back? There we go. Okay. Check the inside of our engine. Alternator belts tight. Flywheel is looking good. Alright. Inside the engine compartment looks pretty good. I think I can use my jack IR to get in there. Yeah. Alright. This is actually pretty detailed, not gonna lie. Got our heat sinks right there. Our starter with the pinion gear, looking good. And do you see the fuel lines? No, you can't really see the fuel lines. Okay, anyways. Alright, spinner looks pretty good too, and then our prop. And then our air intake, looking good, nice and clean. And then we have our alternate air right there, and it is closed. Cool, and then our GPU door is closed. Engine cowling looking good. All we need to do is check our flaps and then our lights. Let's climb into the airplane, and we'll go ahead and turn on the master, open up the window. Master on, scream that out, turn on our master, and we'll test all our lights, check our pitot tube as well, and put our flaps at 30. Cool. Now while that does that, we'll go ahead and walk around. Landing light, taxi light, it's looking good. Strobe light's looking good. You can't really see the nav light. It's a little bit too bright outside. And then we'll come over to this side. You should have our right anti-collision light, strobe light's working. Sweet. And there's our nav light. I can see it turned on. Our beacon light is working, and our rear nav light should be on as well. Can't really see it. Let me see what the settings are at, man. Cool. It did not save any of my settings. There we go. I was about to say the clouds look a little bit too blurry. That looks a little bit better. I don't know what the deal is with those clouds. They look a little wavy. Anyways. And then flaps are down and locked in its tracks. Looking good. And we'll test our pitot tube, make sure it's nice and hot, and it is. Let's climb into the airplane. Let's get going. You can go ahead and turn off all the electricals and turn off the master. And usually that's our pre-flight checklist. I'm going to do the flight plan, and then we'll go through our pre-flight checklist one more time. Okay. So we're planning on going to St. Bart's, 143 nautical miles. Not many airspaces to climb in. We're going east, so we'll climb into, let's see what the clouds are doing. There's some rain over by St. Thomas, so we'll have to visually avoid that. We'll go in through the St. Thomas airspace, which is just a class Charlie from 1900 to 4,000 feet. And in the center it goes with the ground to 4,000. So we could probably climb up to 5,500. And we should be able to climb over that. St. Martin airspace is from 5,500 is the base there. So we can probably climb up to 7,500. It'll probably be a smoother ride up there anyways. We will need a contact. Well, we're flying without ATC, so, but we will probably need to climb through that airspace as we descend. Actually, it shouldn't be that big of an issue, actually. Okay. So for now, we'll plan on 7,500. Let's see. What is the weather doing? No airmet sigmets along that route. Significant weather is too high for us. Check the cloud coverage. It looks pretty clear, so we should be fine. What are the winds doing? Looks like we'll have a headwind during the flight. Winds are coming out from the east, so 1 second. Looking pretty good. This is kind of just like, I want to just jump into the flight sim and fly, so I'm not too concerned about the planning of it. Let's see, what is the weather here? So nearby we're using the St. Thomas weather station, which is 20 nautical miles away. Winds are 080 at 13. So probably runway 13 would be the best option to use. Yeah. We got 2,600 feet of runway, so we do have a pretty short runway. However, we only really need 1,000 feet for our Cessna today. I do need to get the weights loaded up. I don't think I have it done in here. Right now we have full fuel. I want to simulate actually having passengers. Okay. And then view clouds at 4,100. Altimeter 3012. Over in St. Bart's, let's see, make sure we have a VFR day over there. Runway 10 is going to be our runway in use. 9 knot crosswind, 13 knot headwind. That's going to be a fun one. Winds 070 at 16 knots. Scattered at 3,600, broken 5,200. And that's going to be pretty much like that the entire day, so should be good to depart here. Excellent. Hello, Daniel. Alright, I just loaded up the chat right now. So, runway 10 at St. Bart's. That's for takeoff. Mandatory position reports and arrival routes, altitudes. When coming from the north, which we are coming in kind of the north, yeah, exactly, so that'll be us. North, Forchu at 1,500 feet, then final over Sugarloaf at 1,500. And coming northwest, let's see, where are we coming in from? Northeast. Oh, we're coming in kind of from the northwest, so from northwest, we need to come in at Grouper at 1,500, then final over Sugarloaf. I'm coming from the south? Okay, so we can plan on going at Grouper and then the Sugarloaf. Alright, I feel like I've been briefed up pretty well, so let's get going. Let's start off with our checklist. And I need to set this view correctly because I don't like this view. I need to go up a little bit. Okay. Unzoom, decrease view height, Shift Q, Shift E maybe. I think it's gonna be translate. Okay, let's try that. Yeah. But I want more. I don't want just that. Oh my gosh. The control things are so annoying on this thing. Let's try this. That's great, but it's backwards now. I love the control thing in this simulator. It's so good. You spend more times configuring these controls than actually flying the plane. Okay, so we need to reverse these two. I can't go higher than that. There we go. This is the view I like to see. Cool. Now that that's settled, we can go ahead and actually fly the airplane. Alright, before start checklist, passenger briefing, we'll skip that. Wheel chocks are removed on my side, verified on that side. Alright, brakes are tested, seatbelts are secured, adjusted and locked, seatbelts and seats are good, fuel selector to both, fuel shutoff valve in, elevator trim set to take off, cabin heats and vents are closed. We'll go ahead and open the cabin air. And circuit breakers are in. Checked. Electrical equipment is off. Nav light can come on. Avionics bus 1 and 2 are off. Standby battery test and arm. Alright, we should have essential bus no less than 24, standby batteries discharging, main bus no more than 1.5, standby battery annunciator is on, fuel gallons remaining, we have a full tank, so let's go ahead and do that. The prop area is clear and master can come on. Master on. Avionics bus 1 and 2 can come on. Okay. Alright, cockpit lights are good, G1000 database is good. ATIS, we'll go ahead and get our ATIS, which is frequency will be there's no ATIS here. So winds 080 at 13. Okay. Good. Avionics bus 1 and 2 can come off. Okay, so departure briefing. We are at the ramp here. We'll go to the left to runway 13. And it looks like we might have to back taxi maybe. We don't have a published chart diagram here, so we're just going to go based off what we see. 2,600 feet of runway. Well, probably take about 1,000 feet of runway, so we can try to do a short field takeoff. I think that will be the best option to get off the ground as quickly as we can and avoid the obstacles that are just up ahead. So we'll get on the runway, line up, apply the brakes, apply full power, verify we have good engine instruments and we have our power set. We'll release the brakes. We'll rotate at 55 knots and then we'll climb out at 56. Once we're at a safe altitude, we'll clean up our flaps, pitch a VY 74 climb. Once we're 1,000 feet above ground level, which is we're pretty much at sea level. So once we're at about 1,000 feet AGL, 1,100 feet AGL, we'll go ahead and pitch up for 85 knots and climb at that. We'll climb up to 7,500 and we'll head off to the east at a heading of 113. We'll set the autopilot and go from there. Alright. Any questions on departure briefing? No questions. Alright, before start checklist complete, starting engine checklist, beacon light can come on, make sure idle cutoff, toe brakes are applied, ignition key is inserted, and we'll go ahead and clear right, front and to the left, and we'll start our primer. A little bit of fuel in there. Alright, clear left, front and to the right, clear prop, we'll set it below 800. Make sure we have a verified good oil pressure, and we're looking pretty good. We'll set it to 900 RPM. Alright, starting engine checklist complete. Starting after starting checklist, we'll set to 1200. And we'll give it a rough lean. I'm not going to be too overly concerned. We're about 1170 there. There's the drop. We'll give it there. Set it to about 900. Go flaps up. Engine instruments, P's and T's are coming up in the green. Fuel quantity is looking good. Electrical systems are looking good. And we'll check oil temperature is at 94, so we have to wait till 100 to take off. Angle attack power, we don't have an angle attack indicator. Avionics plus 1 and 2 can come on. And we'll do an autopilot electric trim test. Winds are now 070 at 13, gusting 20. So, I guarantee you if this was Liberty, we'd be suspending ops by now. Okay. Alright, we'll go ahead and check the autopilot. We'll go flight director on, heading mode. That does that. Vertical speed up. And we'll go ahead and flight director is doing that. Autopilot should turn in the direction of the turn. I can overpower it, or maybe not. And that disconnects the autopilot. Okay, just one press apparently turns it off, not two. Alright, that looks good. Then we'll go ahead and turn up our electric trim. Look good. Alright. Avionics, we'll leave that for now. We do have some VORs that we could use. I guess we could set the 108.6 on here, just so we have a backup VOR, and then we can set the St. Martin VOR, which is 113. Was it? 113. Cool. But we're going to be using GPS primarily. On-course setting, we'll set it to like 113. And then wings will level blue or brown. HSI, 44 degrees, matching magnetic compass. Within 10 degrees, no cracks, leaks, or bubble source. The deviation compass card is legible. Transponder, we'll set that to VFR, which we should already have. Let's go and set that. And then altimeter 3013, matching standby within 75 feet of field elevation, VSI is at 0. And we'll set our altitude to 7,500. And our comm frequencies are good for the moment. Let's go ahead and set up our flight plan on here. And we'll go ahead and push in. T, QRS, T. TJ, CP. Take off runway 13. Then we'll come over here, put in TFF. We runway 10, enter. Now, let's see. There is a waypoint we can, let's see if it comes in as a waypoint grouper. Let's see if we can put that in there. I don't think we can. Yep, I can. It's just more of a visual point than it is an actual waypoint on the computer. Alright, so that looks good. We'll leave that as it is. And good, flight plan is looking good. After start checklist is complete, go ahead and start our taxi checklist. I want this to be a little high. There we go. I want to see the rivet line. So alright, taxi light can come on, and make sure is lean, parking brake can come off, parking brake is off, and toe brakes check, clear right, front to the left, check our toe brakes, my brakes work, good. Alright, taxi light is on, and we'll go to the left here. See, do we have a taxi diagram on this thing? Oh, we do. Perfect. Let's close the window. Be a little bit quieter. We'll go up and do a run up real quick. Looks like we got a pretty strong crosswind to the left. Let's go ahead and dive away from it to the left. 50 knot max taxi speed here. I'm going a little too fast. And we'll just do our run up here on the whole short. Alright, here's the whole short line. Go ahead and point it into the grass here. Alright, power plant checklist, taxi light can come off, parking brake is set, fuel selector to both, make sure it's rich, throttle set to 1800. Alright, 1800 is set. Engine instruments, P's and T's are in the green, vacuum is good, fuel quantity, electrical systems are good. We'll check our left magneto. About 100 drop there, back to both. And same for the other, within 50. Good. And we'll go ahead and check our alternator. Landing lights, all the lights can come on. And great, electrical systems are looking good. And check all idle. Good, engine instruments are looking good. The engine doesn't quit on us. Throttle friction is good. Before takeoff checklist, seats and seatbelts are secured and upright. Elevator trim is set to take off. Autopilot is off. Cabin power switch is off. Fuel quantity, we have 0.5 burned, which is actually very accurate to the real thing, so that's really cool. Takeoff briefing, runway 13 is confirmed. We'll do a short field takeoff. Flaps is set to 10, and we'll do rotate at 55, climb out at 56, clear the obstacles, climb at VY, and then at 1,000 feet we'll climb at 85. Doors closed, windows are closed. Flaps set to 10, verified. And runway 13 is confirmed, parking brake is released. Let's go ahead and taxi onto the runway. So go lights, camera, action. Looking good, let's go. Clear left. And clear on the right there. Let's use up as much runway as we can. Got that big tree right there. Alright, brakes are set. Slowly apply the power. Power set, P's and T's are coming up in the green, and we're looking good. Stabilize, let's go. Airspeed's alive. That's really sensitive. Very sensitive. I'm out of these 56. Alright, looks like we're clear of the obstacles. Let's go ahead and pitch down here a little bit. And we got a positive rate of our speed. Go flaps up. Look how pretty that is. We can take a quick lap around the island before we leave. And we'll pitch up for VY. Take a quick lap around the airport, see how it looks. Definitely a little choppy up here. You can feel it. There's the island of Puerto Rico. Let's go ahead and zoom this out a little bit. Alright, let's head over to St. Bart's. Actually, let's check that beach out. It's really pretty. And we're above 1,000 feet, so we'll go ahead and pitch for 85, and that should be good. After takeoff checklist, power set, make sure ridge flaps are up, P's and T's are looking in the green, and we've got 85 on the airspeed. See if I can hide this. Well, it's not really exactly yours, but it's Culebra. Yes. So that's it right there. Doing a steep turn here. Looks like we don't really need to go that steep, so let's go ahead and get back on track here. Alright, let's go ahead and set flight director. We'll go ahead and do flight level change up to 85. And we'll go ahead and do nav, autopilot on. Let's get away from those thunderstorms right there. We're above 3,000, so let's go ahead and lean it out to the top of the green arc. There we go. How long is this going to take? About an hour and 46 minutes? Jeez. It's because we have such a strong headwind right now. We have a headwind the entire flight. Dang, there was a San Juan controller online too. We would have been able to talk to him. That's fine. Turbulence there. Let's see here. They have X-Rad. They do. I don't think this is working, to be honest. So we got some pretty heavy clouds up ahead of us here. Let's fly through it and see what it looks like to fly into instrument flight conditions. There's the island of St. Thomas over there. You can see the runway kind of right there in the middle of the screen. Well, we are still technically in his airspace all the way till St. Bart, so we can probably see if we can get VFR flight follow. November 36285. Alright, let's try this out. November 36285. No 172. One 8.15. Should work. Alright, we're leveled off here, so let's go ahead and just give it a nice cruise power. 25 should be good. Let's put it at 2500. For the sake of the turbulence, we don't want to overspeed the prop. Oh boy, that's not good. I gotta remove that. I hate these controls, man. They're so annoying. And it takes forever to load them, too. San Juan Center, November 36285. Try it again. San Juan Center, November 36285.
Number 36285, San Juan Center.
Hey, buenos dias. We are type Cessna 172, requesting VFR flight following over to St. Bart's.
Try San Juan approach 119.4.
Right over to 119.4, 285 CF. San Juan approach number 36285. Approach number 36285. And San Juan Center, November 36285. We're not getting anything on that frequency. Alright. That was an unusual attitude right there. I never imagined actually hitting one. And I apologize for that. We just hit some pretty severe turbulence there. We pretty much were diving to the ground there. But what was that squawk code for one more time?
Yikes. November 2985, correction, November 3285, squawk 2424.
Alright, squawking 2424, November 36285. I think we hit some.
Roger, clear visual approach, runway 10. Clear visual, 10. Number 36285, radar contact, 5 miles to the south of St. Thomas, altimeter 3011. You can proceed on course, maintain VFR.
Stall.
Proceed on course, maintain VFR 36285.
Stall.
No, I'm gonna say one.
Number 595, Charlie X-ray, wind at 070 degrees,
Wow.
2 knots, runway 10, clear to land. Clear to land 10, November, Charlie X-ray.
Why is he doing that? Is the flight director not working or what?
Number 36285, what was your aircraft type again?
That's Cessna 172.
Great, thank you.
SG sensor, hello, ready to patient start, Barthelemy.
Alright, let's run through our cruise checklist.
Ranch West 972, Salem Center, hello.
Feels like there's on both. Throttle is good. Set it to 25.
Patient start above shift west, Barthelemy.
We'll lean out the mixture a little bit. I think we already got it leaned for the most part. We get it 50 degrees rich of peak, which is right around there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Around there is perfect. Alright. Engine instruments, everything's looking normal. Recog lights are on, which we don't have, so we'll just leave the landing lights on. And we're about to lose our horizon here with these clouds, so fully prepare to pick up an IFR clearance if we need to. That wake turbulence, I don't know if I think it was wake turbulence or severe turbulence. I don't know which one it could be. But we did have a roll, so we did roll over, so there's no way it could be wake turbulence because there's no airplanes nearby. So it has to be severe turbulence that we hit. And that was pretty scary. We just rolled over and we're nose diving to the ground. I think we recovered pretty well.
check, please. Same on. 070 degrees, 2 knots. Thank you. Number 5, Charlie Victory, welcome to Juliana. Turn left enable, parking your discretion. Thanks for flying. Left by enable, flight discretion. King 105, Charlie Victory. American 2441, expect the RNAV runway 10 approach. Information Bravo current, QNH 1020. And November 5 Charlie X-ray, backtrack 10, vacant on the right. Okay, right, 105 Charlie X-ray.
Alright. Burning, like you said, we're burning about 10 gallons an hour, 10.5. Let's say round that up to 11. So we'll burn 11 gallons in 1 hour. So probably the ride is smoother than I thought it'd be. We're avoiding the clouds. Looking pretty good.
American 2441 after Slugo, clear direct to Boston.
Try to request a low approach into St. Martin. And center November 36285 with a request.
We're 32685 doing.
Yeah, if it's possible, we'd like to do a low approach on the beach of St. Martin. Is that alright with you? Roger that, thank you. So sweet, we'll get a low approach over the beach of St. Martin, so we'll get a nice view of that. We'll climb back up, and then we'll go continue on to St. Bart's. Ground speed is currently 99 knots, pretty atrocious right now. We still got that headwind of 12 knots, so not terrible, but see, we still got about an hour and 5 minutes till we get there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put in St. Bart's here. Let's go ahead and put actually St. Martin. We're just gonna go fly direct to St. Bart's or St. Martin and do a low approach over the beach and then head back, continue on over to St. Bart's. See if I can get rid of this somehow.
American KSU 441, descend flight level 070. Condor 2226, are you back? Condor 2226, cross Cossack, flight level 10.
cross cutoff at flight level 110, gonna 222.
100.
100, gonna 222. Sorry.
No worries. Break American 2441. Cross Ivaki at or above 2,600. Cleared RNM runway 10 approach. American 1369, San Juan Center, hello, ident. American 1359, ident.
American 1359. We're currently 18 miles.
American 1359, we have now radar contact. 2441, wind 070 degrees, 12 knots, runway 10, clear to land. Condor 2226, how far are you from your top distance?
We are 20 miles out of our descent.
Great.
Condor 2226, request descending.
Yep, Condor 2226, cross contact at flight level 100.
Cross at cutter flight level 100, Condor 2226. Thank you. American 2441, welcome to Juliana, backtrack, runway 10, vacate Echo, parking Alpha 4.
Condor 2226, San Domingo's offline, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Thank you very much. Appreciate your service. Have a nice and lovely shift. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. American 1359, descend at pilot discretion to cross Alopo at flight level 130. American 3173, San Juan Center, hello, squawk 1026. American 3173, radar contact, flight level 380, 5 miles to the east of Modar. American 1546 San Juan Center, hello, ident. Juliana QNH 1020, we can make straight in for runway 10.
Roger, 1020, and just to verify, we're not going to be landing or anything. We're just going to do a low approach over the beach and then head to St. Bart's from there.
Yeah, that's fine. You can choose direct to the runway.
Awesome, I appreciate that for U6285.
American 1546, ident. Contact flight level 370.
Underside control, 94%, flight level 322, coming.
9447 San Juan Center, hello, squawk 1077.
Squawk 1077, 94%.
American 1546, go ahead. American 1546, climb maintain flight level 390. And United 447 radar contact, flight level 240 high, or 330 higher climbing.
Level 360 for 94%.
Roger, United 447, climb maintain 360.
Maintain 360, 94%.
American 3173, what's your cruise speed tonight? Affirmative. United 447, when you reach 360, maintain Mach point 78 or less.
360, maintain 78 or less for 94%.
American 3173, maintain Mach point 78 or greater. American 2211, San Juan Center, hello, ident. American 2211, radar contact, flight level 370, 5 miles to the west of Carbus.
Alright, let's figure out our top of descent. We are at 7,500. Traffic pattern altitude. Let's just say go above 500. So 7,000 divided by 500 is 14 minutes.
American 2211, descendant pilot discretion across Eagle at flight level 240.
So at 103 knots,
Descendant pilot discretion, Eagle 240 below.
we got, let's write that 14 minutes. So we travel at 100 knots an hour, so it'll be 1.6 every minute. So 1.6 times 14 is about 22 nautical miles to descend. So we'll descend 22 nautical miles out. Doing 10 nautical miles. Let's get our descent checklist going. So we got ATIS. Let's see, do we have an ATIS online? We do. Let's check out the St. Martin ATIS real quick. One two seven six five.
Zulu. Runway into 210. Expect area navigation or visual approach. Wind 050 degrees at 16 knots. Wind variable between 040 degrees and 110 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. View clouds at 1,800. Temperature 30. Super 23. QNH1019. Trend. No significant changes. Notice clearness. VFR aircraft stay direction of flight. Heavies expect accurate from boarding point Charlie for departure. Acknowledge receipt of information Charlie, and advise aircraft type on first contact. Princess Juliana International Airport. Information Charlie. Time 1800 Zulu. Runway in use 10. Expect area navigation or visual approach. Wind 050 degrees at 16 knots. Wind variable between 040 degrees and 110 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. View clouds at 1,800. Temperature 30. Oop.
Alright. Winds are 1-6. Pretty strong crosswind and 11 knot headwind. So, I mean, it's still good for a landing. But we're not actually landing. We're just going to fly over it, over the beach, and then head back to St. Bart's. We're almost done with this flight, actually. We're not done. Probably like another 30 minutes to go. Yeah. So we got information, whatever that was. What was that information actually? Relation Charlie. Information Charlie. Approach briefing, inbound call. Already talking to them. Toe brakes are checked. Seats and seatbelts are good. Fuel selector to both. Make sure it's good for now. Cabin power switch is off and VTOL lights are on. And November 36285, ready to start our VFR descent for the low approach.
Number 36285, VFR descent approved. Report 3-mile final.
Roger, VFR descent approved, and we'll report a 3-mile final for 36285. Alright. Alright, so that being said, let's go ahead and reduce power. And we'll go down to 1,000 feet for now. Set power to like 2100 should be fine. Should keep us at 90 knots. that sound. I hate that they keep making it too. Goodness. Alright, let's go into heading mode. We'll keep this heading here and we'll go to OBS. And we'll OBS runway. Okay, doesn't want to OBS. Should be able to change the track. You know what, we'll go on the VOR then. We'll go to VOR 2 and we'll go ahead and select that and we'll do runway, let's do runway 10, sure. So they have a VOR approach, so it's the same thing pretty much. Yeah, we'll set radial 096.
Juliana International Airport. Information Charlie. Time 1800 Zulu. Runway view 10. Expect area navigation or visit.
Cannot stand that sound.
KLM 789. KLM 789, San Juan Center, hello. Squawk 5562. 5562. KLM 789, radar contact, flight level 380, 5 miles to the east of the O-Bike intersection. KLM 789, descend up house. Manolo at flight level 110.
I'm gonna go down a little bit further. Try to get down a little bit quicker. So I actually want to get close to the beach when we're actually over there.
American 1359, Yarko offline, radar system terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, American 1359. Deal.
Run, Cooper, run, run.
Descend up house, rested across Rinky at flight level 110.
It's actually very smooth air up here.
KLM 789, expect the RNAV runway 10 approach.
Does it show traffic or no? No, it doesn't. Oh my god.
KLM 789, after Manolo, clear direct Atmos.
Say again, the direct, approaching opposite Manolo, direct outbound, KLM 789.
Yep. Aircraft on a Ponte circle. Fair range 1. Clear north, cross on 1, stand by.
We'll level off at around 1,000 feet. So I don't want to necessarily be this close to the water, in case we lose an engine or something like that.
Fair winds 1, clearance available, advisory, copy. Fair winds 1, you're cleared at San Juan Airport.
Huh?
The Wilfred 2 departure, Joshy transition, Venice files. Climb maintain 7,000.
What is that?
Your final departure with me. Squawk 5510. Hold for release.
What did they do? Right now? I see that. Be careful. Yeah, where was it? Under the couch?
Spirit Ring 1, read back correct. On the altimeter 3008. Advise me number 1 for departure.
Nice. Yeah, very pretty. Te ocupó todo entonces.
Number 757, Alpha Sierra, expect the RNAV, runway 10 approach.
Actually, while we're at it, now let's just keep it to how we were. We're not clear to touch and go. We just has to do a short approach, and that's about it. Or just a low approach over the beach.
Number 36285, wind at 050 degrees, 16 knots. Low approach, runway 10, approved, make right crosswind departure.
Right, low approach for runway 10, approved, and we'll go ahead and do a right crosswind departure for 36285. Alright, cool. I have control. Whoa, too sensitive there. Let's go ahead and lower power. And we'll put our altitude we're departing at 5,400 again. And we just want to do a low approach over the beach.
American 2221, descend 11,000, St. Croix altimeter 3009. Descend out of 1,000, American 2221.
I was going to request a touch and go, but then I was like, that'll be too complicated for him. Let's go ahead and get down to 90 knots here, so about 2100 RPM, maybe 2050 should be good. And we'll go level off around maybe 500 feet. I don't think I have the scenery downloaded, which is a shame, but it's whatever.
500.
Alright, there is St. Martin. I wish I had the scenery down or installed right now, man. I might have it on. Oh, I don't know actually. It is what it is. Get really close. Let's see if we can get closer to these rocks and stuff. Make a right crosswind departure. There's the beach. There's the city.
KLM 789, descent flight level 070.
Oh, look at all the airplanes. But I think that guy is getting ready to depart here. Alright, full power. I'll make a right crosswind departure.
Number 757, Alpha Sierra, F, search for clear direct up.
There's St. Martin. Pretty. I love it. Thankful for that guy to let us be able to do something like that. Very, very kind of him. Alright, cool. Now we're going to go into our flight plan. Direct enter to parts.
Number 5, Mike Lima, taxi holding point Alpha, runway 10.
That's the one up already, 10 for...
Just climb all the way up. And I don't have my mixture ridge. That's crazy. And then not do my prelim landing checklist.
Number 36285, no traffic is observed between you and St. Parts. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change cruise after landing. We'll see it.
Alright, thanks for the ATC services and allowing me to do that low approach. I appreciate it. 36285.
Have a good day.
Alright, now it's game time. We're going over to St. Parts now. We're only 15 nautical miles away, so let's not climb all the way up to 5,000. Maybe 3,500 is good enough. And we're on a runway 10, so I don't think I can OBS this one, to be honest. I don't know why it doesn't let me OBS. Pretty strong downdraft there. So we're just gonna, geez. And we'll just go ahead and squawk.
Heading 180, wind 050 at 16, runway 10, clear to take off.
What we'll do is we will put in St. Parts tower. CTAP frequency, I should say. 118. Actually, just do 12218. And then we'll head over to Sugarloaf. I wish I can OBS. Can I OBS it here? No, I can't. So all we need to do actually is just go select approach, visual 10, just straight. That should give us the ability to do that. There we go. And we'll just activate that. And we'll just level off at 1500, to be honest. So let's go back down to 1500. It's really choppy up here. So we are very close. We'll just level off at 1500 and we'll go ahead and activate this approach so that way we can have the OBS guidance into it. So we already have visual of it, so we should have no problem getting to it. So again, descent checklist. ATIS, we're good with that. Approach briefing, we're good. We gotta look for Sugarloaf, which I believe is gonna be a little island up on our nose. I'm not too sure if I see it just yet. I think I may see it. I'm not too sure actually. Toe brakes check. Seat belts are good. Fuel selector on both. Make sure it is full. Cabin power switch is off, and recog lights are good. Sugarloaf is about 3 nautical miles out, I believe. This will be a short field landing, so we're going to aim for 61 knots on the indicated airspeed. Flaps full, and let's see. Actually, might be better to do flaps. Pretty strong winds right now. Might be better to do flaps 20. Abort point is going to be the, I think it's the taxiway in the middle. I think it's taxiway Charlie. Yeah, taxiway Charlie's our abort point. So if we are not on the ground by then, we had to abort our landing and go around. Again, we'll aim for 61 knots. We'll probably just do flaps 20 for now, because the winds are pretty strong at the moment, and it's a crosswind. So we definitely don't want to go too fast. However, we do need to have our flaps, so it's going to be crucial on this landing here. Yeah, and then we'll do max braking and aerodynamic braking as well. We'll pull up our flaps to take the weight off the wings and put them on the tires. Should be good. So for a good landing. And we want to maintain 1500. I think that little island just off our nose at our 12 o'clock is Sugarloaf, maybe? Alright, we'll level off here. Yeah, that island right there is Sugarloaf. So we need to go ahead and kind of get ourselves like on a base turn here. Keep that 1500 feet. 1500 is going to be key for us to be able to spot the runway and get a visual on it. And this is a Cessna 172, so we should have no problem being able to navigate this thing down to the ground. It's not like a PC-12 where you're going faster and you have a higher performance. So in fact, our lower performance is actually more beneficial to this landing right now. The slower the better. Gives us more time. So yeah, that is Sugarloaf right there, up on our like 11 o'clock. So we'll get a nice base turn here and give ourselves time to set up. Again, we got windy conditions, so we need to make sure we're on top of our center line and on our glide path. I think there is a cross on the intersection where the roundabout is. Once we cross that cross, we will go ahead and go power idle and let it go all the way down to the ground. Pitch for that 61. 61 is going to be the best speed in order for us to be able to land on our point and not float. Anything faster than that, we will float, and we possibly will go past our abort point. Drink some water, it's about to get tense. I haven't landed in St. Bart's in a very long time, so this should be interesting. Alright, there is Sugarloaf. We're going to go ahead and intercept this nav course. I still don't see the runway just yet. I know it's in that general area. I can see the beach where the runway is before that, so let's go ahead and reduce our power a little fast here. And let's just maintain that 1500 until we see the runway. Honestly, I think it might be coming into sight here soon. I think I see it. And we're below 110, so let's go flaps 1. Flaps 1. Or flaps 10. Below 110, flaps 10 is what my go-to setting is. And maintain that 1500. I think I'm seeing the runway in sight. I think that might be it for sure. Yeah, that definitely is it. So we'll kind of aim towards that, line ourselves up with that. It's kind of hard to tell because it's so blurry. But yeah, that's definitely it. So we'll line ourselves up with that runway. I see it, which is a very good thing. We'll maintain that 1500. And then we'll adjust our side picture to it. Slowly reduce power. Again, preliminary landing, throttle set, make sure ridge power flap set to 10. Good. Yep, I see the runway now, so let's go ahead and align ourselves up to it. Let me see if my wife wants to see me land. Where was I? Alright, let's focus. Alright, let's get back on our game. Alright, I see the runway still. Let's go ahead and start pitching ever so slightly. A little bit of a left crosswind here. As you can see, we're getting pushed over, so we'll apply the left crosswind technique here. Looking for 61, so let's start slowing it down. Don't want to get behind the airplane now. Alright, a little bit too much. Alright, below 85, flaps can come to 20, and we'll leave it at 20 for now. A little low, so let's go ahead and trade off that altitude for some airspeed. There we go. Let's go ahead and bring our power back. Alright, I'm going to get quiet here because I'm going to focus on getting my touchdown point. Oh boy. Alright, I was squirrely there. Let's try to let it flip. Alright, go around. That's crazy. Got a bit of a gust there at the cross. Alright, flaps set to 20, full power. And we'll go ahead and turn to the left here. Pretty nasty gust there when we're just about over the road. We'll set back up for another go around. We're above 60, so let's go to flaps 10. Yeah, that was not. I feel like it's so much harder with the controls I have too, because I feel like my controls are super sensitive. All right, let's go ahead. We'll clear of obstacles. Go ahead and bring up flaps 10. We'll just make our way back up to 1,500 feet and set back up for another go around. We already know what to expect on that approach, so we'll try to make the necessary adjustments. We'll get it down on the ground. I think we were a little bit too fast on the approach. And then we got super slow there, and we started to sink really fast. It's going to be a little bit more meticulous with our power settings, pretty much. Second. I'm multitasking at the moment. Give me a second. Okay. Let me try this again. I must be successful landing here. But there's Sugarloaf, so that's gonna be my base leg right there. Let's get back up to 1500. Alright. Power to like 2150 should be good. It looks like it's a little bit exaggerated with the power in this sim, so let's go ahead and turn over our base leg. No, we're descending, we don't want that. There's Sugarloaf. There's our runway, we're already overshooting it. So let's go ahead and bring out flaps 10. Prelim, power set, make sure raise power, flap set to 10. This time we need to be on our airspeed a little bit faster over that cross and then just bring our power to idle. And we might need a forward slip, honestly. I'd rather be a little high and make our and not touch the road there. Let's bring our power back. Below 85 and decreasing, flaps come to 20. And let's just aim for 65 at this point right now. Try to maintain 65 knots. And that cross was perfectly in sight, so we'll cross that and put it at power idle. This is it. Come on, Geo. I see my 1,000 footers, so I'm gonna aim for that. I'm gonna fly my aircraft to that point. It's about to get a little gusty over here as we cross the cliff. Just keep that correct inputs in. Try to maintain a little bit slower here. Just bring that power idle. So we're about to be fast there. Checked. Let's get a forward slip in. All right, take it out. Off that airspeed. Oh geez, it gets so windy right here. Keep it coming right there. Right there is perfect. Whoa. Alright, that's fine. Let it come, let it settle, let it settle, let it settle. And we just need to touch down before that. Oh Jesus. Alright, that's fine. Flaps up, simulating max braking. Oh my goodness. That was a bit of a porpoise there, but we settled it and got it on the ground, so I feel like it's so much harder on the simulator, to be honest. As if I'd done it in real life. I haven't done it in real life, but and the conditions are just not that favorable right now. Look at the windsock. It is very squirrely. Alright, let's get it on the ground or to the parking spot. So you're supposed to be on the ground braking prior to that. And man, we bounced so hard and we were floating, but I was like, let's just let's just leave. Or let's just stop this. So, alright, let's get that power in because we're in an incline here. Oh no, I stalled it. Okay. Alright. Flaps up, make sure it can lean out, and lights can come off. Pitot heat off. That windsock is insane right now, look at that. We'll park right here. Alright, parking checklist, taxi light can come off. Strobe light off, parking brake is good for now, ELT is good, throttle idle, make sure idle cut off. And mag set to off. Beacon light can come off. Securing checklist, avionics 1 and 2 can come off. Master off. Nav light can stay on. Angle attack is good. Flight engine hours, standby off. Cockpit lights are good. Fuel control lock is installed. And get that to the left. Wheel chocks can be installed. Let's go outside. You can hear the wind is just battering. And there's our airplane with the big, probably a damaged nose gear, and our prop probably would have struck the ground too, but man, we just need to practice a little bit more. So maybe another time we'll get it back up and really try to practice landing here. But other than that, we're at the beautiful beach of St. Bart's. And let's see is there any visible damage? I know that they might have any damage simulated, so let's see. Nope, our tires look good. Let's go inside. Yeah, an ATR definitely is not landing here. Neither is that private jet, are you kidding me? This is what flies over here, the PC-12. Excellent. Alright. Thanks for tuning in to watch me crash land. I'll see you next time.